Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how to use the hose description populator that will properly populate the BOM so that purchasing can get these hoses correct. I've already inserted all of the current hose styles that are in the tube and pipe template that will come into your assembly automatically when you start a hose assembly in a new assembly. If you have an old assembly, these will not show up. You'll have to manually export and import these styles if you want to use them. I will make a couple notes here that the new bare hoses, which have no fittings on the ends, are now constrained in much the same way as a regular hose with a fitting on the end would be. Makes changing these hoses at any point much easier. I can go through that in another video if need be. So when you bring these hoses in and you've saved them, you're in your main assembly here. Don't be in the hose assembly. Open the bill of material. If you're under the structured tab, you'll notice there will be no real description title, no stock number. Okay, that's normal. So you go under the model data. You can do a right click on this tab right here, expand all the children under the hose assembly. Do not select the hose assembly. You want to select the uppermost hose right below the hose assembly. We're going to highlight all the hoses all the way over to the unit quantity column. I'm going to hold the control button. I'm going to hit C, which is copy, or however you like to copy things, you can do that. Then we're going to go to the vault. In the vault, under the Irwin standards, under templates, there is a hose description calculator, an Excel file. There's also a hose description calculator instruction if you forget any of this. It's basically everything I'm going through right here, but there it is for your reminder. We're going to open this. We are not going to check it out because there's no need to save any of this. I've already opened it, so it's open another window. I'm going to drag it over. Here's what it looks like. When you open it, the A3 top column here is where we're going to paste this data. If it's not selected, select it. This is copied from Inventor, so I'm going to hold down Control. I'm going to hit V. It's going to paste all that data. While we're in here, I'm going to show you a couple of things. So you'll notice here the assembly description automatically populates. It automatically knows that it's a 1-inch air hose, this first one, and that it's a 300 psi rating, and then it's bare on both ends, and it's 61.5 inches overall length. You'll notice here I've got other hoses, the fire suppression hose, 1/4 inch. We want to use straight JIC on both ends for 1/4 inch. You'll notice here though it says what it's rated for, the straight JIC on both ends, and you'll notice the length is longer because it has added the length that the fittings add to this hose assembly. On the 1/2 inch fire suppression hose and on the 3/4, we use a pipe MPT male swivel on both ends, and again different dimension there because the ends are a different size and they add a different length to the hose. So same thing for hydraulic hose, and we've added high pressure hydraulic hose, so now we've got a 5,000 psi rating for some tram circuits. Straight JIC on both ends, 68 inches overall. I've added the functionality though that if you want to manually go in here and change this, you can. So let's just do that for one to show you what that looks like. So right now this air hose is bare on both ends, 61.5 inches. We're going to change it to tube 90 on one end, and you'll notice it says tube 90 and bare, so that's both ends of the hose, 64 inches overall length. So it changed that. And just for show, we're going to go ahead and change this to another tube 90. So now it says tube 90 female JIC both ends, and it is a 67-inch overall length. And if we wanted to say that it needed to be an MSHA approved hose, we could select that as well, and there it solves that. Okay, so go back to this. In the copy back to inventor section, we're going to highlight all this information. We're going to hold control, we're going to copy it, we're going to go back to inventor, still in our model data. Again, not the hose assembly, but the first hose. We're going to highlight that uppermost cell, and we're going to hold control, and we're going to hold push V, and that will paste it. This is a normal error because you can't overwrite some data for these content center parts. That's not a problem, just hit OK. It may take a second based upon how many hoses you have. Okay, so you notice there's some of this has changed. Go to the structure tab. Now you'll see our title and description is correct. We changed this one, so this one is not correct, but again, that was a manual thing. The rest of them should be correct. Stock number is now there for purchasing to be able to buy the correct hose. We do not do a stocking number for fire suppression hose nor for high pressure or regular hydraulic hose, because those assemblies are made in-house, and we just need to give them the correct description and they'll get those made. So hopefully that was helpful. There's some other things here that we could go over, but I think that'll get you going. If you want to add any hoses or modify anything, or if you find any mistakes, let me know, and we can go back through it and fix that. Thanks.